today I thought I would talk through some new additions that I've added to my closet for spring. You'll all know how much I love the transitional season, but springtime in particular is my favorite. It's when the flowers start blooming, the earth starts to warm, and it's that precursor to summer, and I'm such a summer baby at heart. Now today's video is in partnership with Karma, which I'm so excited to share. It's an app and a Chrome extension which I like to call my personal shopping assistant because it really helps you to maximize your budget when it comes to adding anything new to your wardrobe. You may know that Karma used to be called Shop Tagger, but with all of the new innovations that they've been coming up with over the years, they decided to change their name to Karma to reflect all of the good karma that they're putting forth when it comes to saving money when you are buying anything new. Now, in terms of how I like to use Karma, I tend to use it as a way to keep on top of my wish list so I can spot any duplicates and also have that time to mull over a purchase. I have this 30-day shopping rule, so generally by the time those 30 days have passed, quite often there'll be a little flash sale and I can really take advantage of it, and Karma allows me to do that. Also, with the Black Friday sales coming up, I like to plan ahead. So I'll start thinking about any big ticket purchases I want to make, or additionally any kind of gifts that I want to purchase, and I'll add those to my lists as well. And then I will just keep an eye out on my emails and also on my phone for those alerts for when those sales do start, so that I can really get a bargain. And I know I said this before, but so that I can stretch my dollar a little bit further. I'm gonna have a link down in the description box below so you can check it out for yourself. But if you aren't familiar, I'll just give you a little bit of a guide as to how it works. It's very simple to use once you've added the extension to your browser. When you're shopping for some new wardrobe essentials and you see something you like, all you need to do is click on the Karma icon in the top right corner or in your toolbar, and then you want to select the size. When you want to be notified, I always select any price drop, but if you're after a certain discount, you can specify that here, and then you can add it to one of your lists. And I actually find it really helpful to keep my lists very specific. When an item from one of your lists has gone on sale, you'll get an email or a push notification if you have downloaded the app onto your phone to alert you of this. Additionally, it will also let you know if an item has come back in stock if it previously sold out. My favorite Karma feature is hands down the coupon code feature, which will automatically scan the web to see if there are any discount codes that can be applied to your order at checkout to increase and maximize your savings. This is only available on the web extension, so adding it to your Chrome browser is a must. And finally, you can get cash back via PayPal at select retail partners. They have a full list on their website, so fully recommend checking that out as well if you want to save a little bit of extra cash. So if you haven't already downloaded the Karma extension, I am going to have that link down in the description box below, so make sure that you go and check it out. Now I want to dive straight into things and talk through all of these items I've added to my closet this spring, and I'm going to start with the item which I think is probably going to be the most surprising, just because it is a little bit more colourful than I would usually go for. It is this beautiful baby blue dress from Summer & Storm. Summer & Storm is actually an Australian brand. I think they're based in New South Wales, maybe Byron Bay potentially, and they make really beautiful children's wear, but they also have a few women's wear options as well. And I really love this dress. It's actually designed to be worn as a maternity dress and also postpartum, because you can pull this down to breastfeed, but I just really loved the style. I thought it was really sweet. It's this very lovely sort of periwinkle pale blue with the puff sleeves and then a tiered fit through the body. It's made with organic cotton and it's very light and breezy, which is perfect for our Australian summers. And I do kind of like the fact that I suppose if I wanted, I could wear it slightly off the shoulder. But yeah, just a really beautiful dress. Probably my only gripe is that it is one size and it is very, very long. So if you were quite petite and you were looking at this, you would definitely need to get it taken up a little bit, I'd say, because to me it comes down to my ankles. But a really gorgeous dress, and one I'm so excited to be able to wear now on repeat, given that it is spring. The second item is sort of something I was on the hunt for, but in a slightly different color. I was really looking for a stone colored linen or cotton twill mini skirt. Something that's not too mini, maybe halfway down the thigh, a little bit longer, and that was relatively fitted. I'm still on the hunt for that. I haven't quite found it, but I thought that this was a really nice option. This is from Arket and it's a It's a denim skirt essentially. It's a really thick cotton twill that is made from the same fabric as their jeans. So it's really sturdy, robust feeling, has the zip up closure at the back, and it has the darts, which means it has this very lovely fit to it. So it's not super tight, and it does almost have a slight A-line silhouette through the legs, but this was exactly the silhouette that I was after, and I'm so thrilled with the quality of it. I got the 36, and I do find I'm sometimes in between sizes with their bottoms, their trousers, shorts, etc. But this I found fit me really perfectly. Definitely is a true to size piece if you are an Australian size 8. Next we'll move on to a top, and this one was gifted to me, but I wanted to mention it because I had previously purchased it in another color. When I really love something and I'm wearing it a lot, I tend to get a duplicate, and I generally find that I end up wearing the duplicate just as much. So it is the Mal Inez top, and this is a really beautiful cotton poplin top which has this gathered detail across the bust and then these really voluminous sleeves. But the detail for this which really makes it a standout for me is the tie detail on the shoulder, because it allows it to be worn two ways. So you can either wear it kind of tighter up around the neck, or you can loosen it completely and actually wear the top just worn off the shoulders, which I think is really nice. And I love versatility in my items, my clothing staples. For me, that is key, so I can really maximize what I have in my closet. This is a really thick cotton poplin, so it's got a lot of structure to it, sort of almost a little bit more stiff compared to the silk cotton version which I purchased. So this is fully opaque. The silk cotton version is sheer, but you can see by comparison it's very floaty and airy, but both are really beautiful and clearly going to fulfill two different purposes in my closet. But I'm so excited about having this one in my wardrobe because I've loved wearing the white one so much. Next up we have a pair of shorts, and I do have a pair that are relatively similar to these. However, I have found that our son tends to get like peanut butter or something like that on my jeans, on my shorts, everything. So quite frequently I'm throwing a lot of those in the wash after only wearing them once. So options are definitely a good thing. If you've got a toddler, I'm sure you can probably relate. So these are from Madewell, and I purchased mine from the Shopbop sale. If they are available still, I will try and link them below, or an alternative. But what I liked about these is that they're a paper bag style waist, and they do have this very sort of chill, relaxed, knotted, rope belt, which helps to cinch in the waist really nicely, elasticated at the back with the two pockets, and they also have the pockets on the front too. These are a cotton linen mix, and so I knew they would be perfect for spring summer here. I really wanted something I could wear throughout both seasons, and I'm sure I'll be wearing these right through to late autumn, knowing our weather here in Sydney. But they're a really nice weight. They're not sheer at all, they're fully opaque, and they have this really nice flecked or speckled effect throughout the fabric, which really makes it feel a little bit more interesting to me. So yeah, I thought they were great, and I don't think you can go wrong with something like this, even worn just with a little bralette or with a beautiful floaty blouse. Next item is another top, and this is a linen shirt from COS in a faded black. It does have this sort of like nubbiness to the fabric, which is really nice. It looks very raw, and it is not fully opaque, so it is ever so slightly sheer. I do have a black linen shirt already from Everlane, but it's a slimmer fit. It feels more tailored, and I was really on the hunt for something that was very oversized, that was quite long as well through the body, because I wanted to be able to wear it open with shorts and skirts, almost like a little jacket at the start of spring, and then being able to sort of roll up the sleeves and wear it a little bit more casually as we sort of head towards the tail end of spring, also having it as a beach cover up as well. So that was sort of my intent with this purchase. I'm absolutely thrilled with this piece. I actually did look to see if there were any Australian designers that had something similar. I bought a shirt from Blanca, which is owned by Reliquia, and it was just way too oversized. It felt almost clownishly oversized on me, so I had to send that one back. And I did look at assembly label, but they just weren't long enough for me. But I am going to link those options down in the description box below in case you are based here in Australia and you want something that's a little bit more local. But yeah, it's a size 36. I find that it fits like a size small, very nice and relaxed through the body. If you are on the more petite end of the spectrum, I'm going to say I think this might be a little bit too long for you. I'm 172 centimeters tall. I would actually recommend as an alternative, if this is something you're after, this look, to perhaps go to Uniqlo and get either one of the women's ones in a larger size. I have the white in a large and it's a bit shorter through the body but still very nice and also really affordable. Alternatively, go to the men's section because theirs will be a little bit longer through the body. But yeah, absolutely love this, and another purchase I'm so thrilled with, can't wait to wear throughout spring. The final clothing item that I purchased, you will have seen already a good number of times, I'm sure. It is this khaki green skirt from Max Mara. I purchased this ahead of a partnership that I did with Satire and I'm so happy with it. I've been after a cotton poplin midi skirt for spring and this really ticked all the boxes for me because it's a really nice length. The poplin is actually sort of a little bit softer than the poplin used on this marl top, so it has really beautiful movement to it, especially with the pleats. It feels quite elegant and ladylike because it does have this pleated detail all over, and I really liked the ties as well because you can tie them in the front here in a bow, you can leave them loose, you can tie them in the back, you can tie them on the sides. You do have a few different options there which will create slightly different looks, and of course it has pockets. I'm not sure if this exact style will still be available, but Max Mara do a bunch of different options which are very similar, so I will link some alternatives down below, but I got the IT40, which is the equivalent of an Australian 8, and it fits perfectly, so really thrilled. And actually I've really been enjoying adding a few ready-to-wear pieces from some of the Max Mara brands to my closet. They've all really exceeded my expectations. Finally, let's round things out with some accessories, and I want to start with a handbag that I never thought that I would purchase, and it really surprises me that I actually did, but the price was incredibly good. Again, this was actually another Satire purchase. It is the Loewe basket bag in the small size in the white leather. I thought that the color of this would actually be a really nice option for the summertime, a little bit fresher than the tan faux leather one which I've got from Mango, which is actually a really great bag, and I think if you're on a budget or you're unsure about whether you should splurge, just get that one because I'm pretty sure it is still available. I'm going to link it below. Now for me, one of the reasons why I decided to purchase it was so that I could actually have my own personal experience with the bag rather than just making assumptions or basing it on other people's perspectives, because we all look after our items very differently. I mean, I've seen some people's Polen bags which they completely squished up. When I look at mine, they're in pristine condition because I really look after them and I make sure that I store them away carefully. So that's obviously something that I plan to do with this bag, is to look after it properly and store it away so that it is not being squished up, it's you know, not being flattened or anything like that. Also, one of the things that's kind of cool about this bag is that you can swap the way that the handles are facing. So right now I've got it so I can wear it on my arm quite neatly like that, but you can swap the handles so they go the other way, so you loop your arm through that way, if that makes any sense. So that's quite cool. Overall, it is a really beautiful bag though, and I've never ever denied that. The quality of the leather on it used is really beautiful, and I do love the patch on the front with the debossed logo on it. The only thing I would say is it is just one open pocket like that, so I have just thrown the dust bag in there, and when I use it I put all my belongings in the dust bag so that they are a bit more secure. Even if the bag tipped over, I know that everything's not going to fall out. Okay, finally let's talk through shoes, and I realize I've gone a little bit crazy on shoes. This is such a weakness of mine every single time. So first pair of shoes are a pre-loved purchase. They're from Jill Sander. They are these slingback sandals with low block heel and this exaggerated oversized buckle detail on the toe. Now when I saw these, I knew I had to add them to my closet. For one, I had been looking for a replacement for a pair of opening ceremony sandals I bought years ago. If I can find a photo of me wearing them, I'll insert it on screen. Basically, they actually had a strap across the front of the foot, front of the ankle, and that broke. And I cut it off and then I wore them as slingbacks until they were no longer wearable. And I've missed having that style in my closet. I think they're really flattering. And for me, I just really like the fact that this big buckle and wide strap is a real statement. I got got them my usual size, which is a European 40, but I will say that these fit a little bit on the large side, and I am finding that the strap at the heel does fall down a little bit, so I'm going to get one of those solutions where I can attach a little rubber bit here at the back of the heel so that it doesn't slip down. But so thrilled with these, and I got them for a really nice price as well. Good old real always coming through with the finds. The next pair of shoes were another gifted item, but these ones were on my spring wish list, and I thought for that reason I would actually share them because I'm really happy with them. They're from Mara and Mine, so an Australian brand, yay. And they are these beautiful strappy black leather mules, and they have the contrast stitching on the final strap, which sits highest up the foot. They have a really nice low block heel too, and they do that toe post detail, which I think is really pretty as well. These are so comfortable. I actually wore them a lot around the house when they first arrived at the tail end of winter, and I found them really comfy to walk into. They don't slip off my feet at all. I got them in an Australian 9, and they are the perfect fit. Just a really well-made shoe. They've got some cushioning in the sole too, which makes them quite comfortable from that perspective. And I also like that the contrast stitching is not just on that strap, but also around the edge of, is this called the welt? That's part of the, you know, in the inner sole. I think that is a really nice little statement too. So love those. And then I have one final pair of sandals to share, and these ones are another one from an Australian brand. These are from St. Agni, and they are these really cool sort of flat black sandals. They have 2 straps across the foot and then one around the ankle. It is elasticated, so you just kind of pull back like that. These ones I got in the European 40 as well. They do fit true to size, but I think that they're probably better suited to someone with a narrow foot, just as I do find that the strap across the foot up here is a little bit on the tight side, though I am hoping it's going to kind of give the more that I wear them. But yeah, they're very comfortable. The actual insole is quite firm, so it doesn't offer much support though. I managed to get mine on sale. I waited until there was a discount at David Jones so that I snapped them up then. One of the reasons why I decided to buy these is because I really love the Chanel Dad sandal. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's my personal style. So I have these ones here from Tony Bianco, another Australian brand, and these are a really great dupe for the Chanel Dad sandals, and they look very similar with the quilting and everything. However, whenever I put them on, I just feel kind of silly, and I just feel like there's something wrong with my outfit. So I've not really reached for them despite how comfortable they are. These ones, on the other hand, feel a little bit more refined and a little bit more elegant. They're less bulky by comparison, and they feel much more in line with what I want to wear while still giving me that kind of big sandal vibe, if you know what I mean. So that was the reason why I ended up purchasing these, and I feel like they're a much more elegant option to my Birkenstock Arizona slides. So one that I'm really looking forward to wearing a lot over the spring summer season as well. So those are all of the new items that I've added to my closet for spring. I don't really anticipate myself purchasing anything else really for summer because I'm pretty much set with all my essentials. I think there's just maybe a couple of minor things that are on my list, like I think maybe the odd nice top which is sleeveless or short sleeves that is a bit more elevated than a basic tee, but aside from that, I'm sort of all set now with my wardrobe for the coming months. So yeah, I would love to know if you had a favorite piece, if there were any surprises, and also maybe what you had on your wish list for the season ahead. Thanks again to Karma for partnering with me on this video. And a reminder, if you haven't already done so, to go and check out that link below and download the extension to your browser or the app to your phone so that you can make sure that you never miss a price drop on your wish list. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time with a brand new video. See you soon. Bye.